Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I want to answer a couple of questions when it comes to blog categories in SEO. And the first one has to do with linking, the second one has to do with indexing. Now, the first one I saw in an SEO forum, this person was asking, when it comes to blog categories, should I build links directly to the categories, and then that way the link equity filters down into the different posts? Okay. If this was an e-commerce site and you were linking directly to the product categories in e-commerce, I would say yes. But for blog categories, I'm going to say that it's more advantageous to link directly to the articles, the individual articles, for a couple of reasons. For one, when it comes to blog categories, category pages, archive pages, it's not often that you see those ranking in Google search results. More often you're going to see the individual pages ranking because those offer a direct solution to whatever question or whatever problem people are trying to solve or question that they're trying to answer. Having a page of just here's a random selection of blog posts in a category is not very useful. Those don't usually rank. Now, you could link to your blog category pages and those would filter down link equity, but as you publish new things on your blog, those things that are on the front page are going to change. So it's probably not all that useful because where that link equity, the so-called link juice, is flowing is going to change month to month. Again, I think it's more useful with a blog to link directly to individual pages. Now, when it comes to e-commerce, yes, link to the product categories because that is something that you see often ranking in search results, because for e-commerce it's a little bit different. It's more useful to see a selection of products or see a shopping page with a lot of options instead of just one singular option. So in that case, it's more useful to link to a product category, only in e-commerce. Okay, second question has to do with a person. She is an SEO consultant. She was having a disagreement with the developers that are on this project. Maybe they're internal, maybe she's working on there's different teams, maybe there's like an agency and an SEO and maybe an internal dev team, I don't know. But the development team was saying to her that category pages on a website should not be indexed. They should be marked no index because they're just not that useful. Okay, now I know what I just said in the previous question, but when it comes to indexing, that means that they can show up in the Google search results. It means put that page into the collection of all web pages that can possibly rank for given search terms or a search term period. If it is marked no index, then that page stays out of the massive collection of billions and trillions of web pages that could rank. So there's a good reason why you would want to keep your category pages indexed. Not marked no index, but indexed. And that is that Googlebot regularly crawls websites. Less regularly than they did about a year and a half ago, that's for certain. But they still crawl, and when they encounter a page, Googlebot will generally follow all the links on the page. So if you're making changes to your website or you're making changes to different pages or different articles or different resources on your site on a regular basis, it's going to be advantageous for you to have that indexed. It generally means that it's going to crawl those and put those different pages in the index as well. Now, I do understand that crawling and indexing are two different things. Crawling is what happens before it gets indexed. It has to get crawled before it gets indexed. I do understand that. Okay, but the larger your site is, the better it's going to be if you have all the mechanisms in place for Googlebot to see the freshest, most current, most recent version of your page. So leave these pages indexed. Don't mark them no index. Yes, it's unlikely that they're going to rank or appear in a search result, but it doesn't mean that it's unuseful to have them completely no indexed. Now, if you're talking about a content management system like WordPress, where you have different taxonomies for classifying different resources, the top level category is generally like a category. There's this other taxonomy called a tag, which is a holdover from the blogging days when people would put things in different categories, which is like the most general thing, and then tags would be just like different things that you would put. You'd have a little tag cloud. That's a holdover from those days. But if you have 2 of those or more different taxonomies, I find it useful to just index 1 of those if they're all kind of cover the same ground and they all kind of cover the same territory, because that keeps it from being duplicate pages or having different pages that are basically the same content. I don't find that that's a very useful. So I usually know index tags and I keep the categories indexed. That's just me. You might want to do something different, but that's what I do. I know index tags, tag pages, and index category pages. So those are 2 questions that I hope answer about SEO when it comes to category pages. If you have a question, leave it in the comments below. My name is John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. I'm here on a regular basis several times per week making videos on SEO. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. I think that's amazing. So if you would like to subscribe, I'll keep making content. All right, that's it for now. Until next time, peace.